Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. I should really be ranting about having to rant with this monstrous hangover. So, but I'm not. I'm going to rant about pandas. It's very appropriate for the food festival because I'm ranting about pandas. It's a family show, so I'm not going to say the sh word, but they are sh. Okay, they really are. They're rubbish animals. Okay, and they're rubbish for various reasons. I mean, first of all, let's be honest. If they weren't the kind of pin-up boy for the WWF, we wouldn't really care about pandas at all. But it's because they're on the letterhead and they're on various kind of kiddies' Panini sticker albums. We've got to love pandas. But, you know, for a start, the WWF for me, and probably for this young man here, and various others of a similar age, we're in the same age bracket, you notice that, effectively, WWF is big, hairless, permatanned men in leotards wrestling each other to the floor in front of a redneck audience somewhere in America. That's WWF. And no, the whole thing, it's been suborned by some wildlife movement, which we're meant to care about. So, pandas. Pandas specifically. You're a bear, for God's sake. You're a bear. You're a great hulking carnivore. You're one of the kings of the carnivores. You know, other bears, like the polar bear, I think is the biggest land-dwelling carnivore on the planet. You know, you're a bear. You should be equally at home, you know, ripping apart Scandinavians out hiking, or equally as engaging when it comes to catching salmon. You know, you've got claws, you've got teeth. You're a bloody carnivore, and yet you're a panda. And what do you eat? You eat bamboo. It's just an embarrassment. You're kind of like that slightly irritating vegan guest who sort of comes round for dinner, you know, after 6 months recentering their chakras in some, you know, in some sort of, you know, it's some sort of, I don't know, Balinese reforestation community. They turn up smelling of patchouli, wearing hemp, asking you winsomely to boil their homegrown free-range lentils. Incredibly irritating animals, really. So, but the thing is, not only are pandas vegans, but they're fussy-eating vegans as well. It's not like, no, they're just going to eat kind of vegan stuff. You know, it's not, no, normal grass, oh no good. You know, jungle plants, no good, absolutely no good at all. No, it's got to be one. I mean, they've got intolerances, basically, haven't they? Pandas are intolerant. You know, they're kind of like gluten-free, whatever, the egg one, milk-free. You know, and I suffer from intolerances too. I am intolerant. If you've got an intolerance, then the chances are you're going to come out in bumps if you're around me, basically, because you're going to get a smack. So, you know, pandas, very, very irritating. And God, they're so annoying. The fact is that not only are they intolerant, but their choice of food is bamboo, which has absolutely no nutritional quality of any kind whatsoever. Which means they actually basically use up more calories eating the stuff than they actually gain from it. Which means it's why pandas are always so lazy. They're indolent. They're lazy and malnourished. And they sit there, they do bugger all. And they can't even bother to procreate. This is the thing. We're spending all this money and time saying, oh, save the panda, save the panda. They can't even be bothered to mate. They don't have the energy to mate. They don't eat enough to actually have the energy to mate. It's ridiculous. You know, there are other animals out there where, you know, who are endangered because sort of unscrupulous oriental individuals want to kind of crush and grind up bits of them and use them as aphrodisiacs. If you crush and grind up a bit of a panda, you probably become a monk, you know, vegan and sexless. So, you know, these are ridiculous creatures. Not obviously, as you can tell, not a big fan of the panda. And of course, I just go on saying, so they can't be bothered to mate, they can't be bothered to have sex, to procreate, to continue their existence. And you know, on top of all of that, what's really annoying is on the very vague off chance they actually get it together, Mr. and Mrs. Panda, they have a baby. You know, you've had a really terrible day. The news has been dreadful. 50,000 people washed away in a tsunami somewhere. You know, government has just introduced a tax on just waking up in the morning. But it's all okay because the end of the news is, and finally, Frushu, the panda, has had a baby. Isn't that just brilliant, everyone? Clap hands. Thanks be to God, we've got another panda, another pointless, malnourished animal that can't be bothered to have sex. So anyway, pandas are rubbish. Thank you very much. Great.